Hello everyone and welcome to this short video overview of what's new in Vantage 2.8. To start, there is a significant performance optimization using NVIDIA's shader execution reordering. We also added light linking, the lens glare lens effect, and support for the popular Parallax shaders used to render rooms. We also added many other additions, so I encourage you to go ahead and test them for yourself. For this video, I'll be using this Evermotion scene. You can see the frame rate here, about 33, and enabling it goes to about 45, which in this case is more than 30% improvement. The improvements depend on the scene, and it's dependent on the new hardware from NVIDIA, Ada and Blackwell. Now for the next feature, you can see I have a couple of lights here, which are reflecting in the road, but not on the car. So I'm going to add them in the include-exclude list, and you can see that the contribution now is only on the car instead of the road. This was a very popular request, and now you can use it to paint your lighting in the scene. Let's reposition the camera so that we can see some more light sources, and I'm going to maximize the UI, enable the lens effects, and particularly toggle the bloom all the way down, and just observe the different settings for the lens glare. You can change the coloration, saturation, size, intensity, the aperture size, and the shape. There is also peripheral grating, which introduces this really nice effect, and these halos. So adjusting these parameters will create a very interesting result, all simulating different aspects of lens, for example, lens scratches or lens dust, which allow creating these diffraction patterns or grid-like patterns that resemble the effects from real-life lenses. There is also the possibility to add obstacle image and also filter maps using different textures for more interesting effects. Alright, now going back to 3ds Max, we can observe the Parallax shader. I used it for this window over here, but also for the windows in all the facades. Behind every glass object or window layer, there is a simple plane with the Parallax shader already applied, and I can change, for example, the depth here, or change some of the parameters of the midground object, bring it all the way back or all the way to the front. But I can also change the texture itself. Let's swap this with another one. There we go. Again, adding different layers or different parameters, and they're all based on the texture that is applied to resolve the parallax distortion. And let's have a look at the setup itself. Here is the plane, and you can see it's just a single plane, no depth, but it creates the effect of the illusion of parallax directly from the shader. And here we have a couple of trees that have been placed using avoid collision in the Chaos Scatter plugin, but they are also animated, and as you can see, if I'm scrubbing the timeline, some trees pop in and out depending on the collision between these objects. So if I press the temporal consistency mode, it will be stable and it will not pop in and out during the animation. Now for the next feature, I'm going to zoom in here. There is the shader which was applied to a vehicle model, to this car. And I used a switch material that allows swapping between different materials using a single parameter. But it can be also a texture parameter, not just a number. So let's apply a ramp. Now it's a very small ramp, so I need to adjust its size. Let's make it larger. And with masking, you can see the different materials using that mask and being shown in different places. Now the last couple of things I'm going to show are the new diagnostic windows, the scene stats and the texture stats windows, which show how much memory each texture is consuming, which will help a lot in diagnosing different problems. This concludes this video. I hope you liked the new features. Thanks for watching and take care.